Collective, welcome aboard. Welcome, guys. So, I have an interesting reading for you guys. This is not going to be for everybody, that's for sure. These are for my real unique people out there. So, I constantly get downloads in my dreams. I just don't mention every single one of them. But this one I felt was important because for whoever this message is, or whatever group this message is for, there are people that you don't know, or maybe people that don't know you well, um, that, and I really am sensing more people that don't know you. Some of them, they've heard about you, but they don't know what you look like. Okay, because in my dreams, what I was dreaming was that there was a group of people, about a group of 5 people, dressed as some form of scientist to come towards your house. They had all types of equipment to test you with. But this is an illegal thing because they don't have the licensing to do what they are trying to portray that they, what it is they do. They don't have a license for it. It's like, so this may not be something they actually physically go do, but it's definitely something they may talk about doing. It's almost like, well, if we could get away with this, then we would know like where the collective really comes from. This is stemming from because whoever these people are, they want to know if you're some sort of alien. They want to know if where you come from and what's your agenda. Obviously in this lifetime you're a human being, just like everybody else. But there's something that you're tied to, like you're just, or they feel like you're just too different. There's something. It's not one of these things. It's not like the other energy, and I feel like people are raising an eyebrow and kind of sitting amongst themselves talking about you and saying, you know, the collective doesn't hang out with a lot of people. The collective, or like, maybe there's one person in the group that knows of you, and they talk amongst other people that have never seen you or don't know you or something like this. I don't know. But it's like, you never see them with anybody. They're always in hermit mode or something. Like, maybe you stay at home a lot. Maybe you keep very small circle. You don't talk to a lot of people. You don't communicate with a lot of people through social media or phone. Maybe old acquaintances, like you've cut off. It's like, if these are people that have met you before, know of you, it's like they know or have heard through, I don't know, it's like they talk amongst themselves, like, hey, whatever happened to that person, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, like, she just disappeared, or he just disappeared, and, like, is completely, like, shut everybody out. It's something like that. But they were dressed like they were coming over, and you were actually coming out of this building where you stay at. It was like a condo, or it looked like it was in a condo or some sort of apartment complex. I don't live in an apartment complex, so, but you were coming out as they were coming in with all this equipment with their white coats and name tags and shit. And your parent was at home talking to you on the phone as you were leaving, asking you if you had gotten something. I don't know. I think you were going to go get it. But as you were coming out, they were going in. They didn't know what you looked like, so they didn't know it was you. But what I'm getting with that is these people, this could be several different groups. These could be cults. These could be past acquaintances. This could even be some family members wondering, like she ain't like everybody else in the family. Like, What's up with her? Or he ain't like everybody else in the family. What's up with him? Like, what do they have going on? Why do they sound like this? Maybe you express yourself and it's just the way you express yourself, the wisdom maybe you carry is very unlike anyone else. And you could just be like awakened, but these people are not, so they don't understand where you're getting this information or this wisdom, newfound sense of self. Like you had this glow up. Some of you may look young for your age. It's like you did a complete 180. You're not who you used to be, most definitely. And they're almost like some people are wondering, did you like, is this the same person? Did you get body snatched? Is somebody else in there? Like, did you have an alien encounter or he, like it's just so weird. So I don't know what spirit is gonna bring here today. I'm gonna go with the flow and where spirit takes me. So be patient with me as I try to decipher through this craziness. I mean, there may be actual people like wanting to maybe invite you somewhere and trick you, or you take a drink of something and they get your DNA that way. I don't know. It's weird. But they want to know. Inquiring minds want to know what's up with you. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay. What is going on with the collective? And some of you may have platforms and people watch you and hear you talk, like kind of like what I do, but it doesn't have to be tarot. You could have a podcast. You could talk about, symptoms of awakening, or, you could talk about your lineage and ancient souls, like we talk about here, chosen, um, being connected, being a star seed in the world but not of it energy. And other people are just like, what the? Like, they just want to know. So I don't know if there's a group of people that actually is going to, like, go all out to, pretend like they're scientists to come to you to try to get some form of DNA. But that's what I was getting. Or they want to invite you out for this purpose. I don't know, but they want your DNA. And I just heard that song, We Want Your Soul. So I don't know if they think you want their soul. It's really weird. Some people may be like a little bit afraid of what they don't understand, basically. Alright, one more shuffle. And I just had a weird surge in my body, and that's because I'm talking about this stuff. So like I said, I'm going to be going with the flow. So whatever is being experienced here, I'm going to go with it. Okay. The future. Some of you could divinate, or people are getting readings on you. Okay. It says the future is a pileable dough, allowing you to shape it with your choices and actions. And I feel like that's what you guys have been pretty much doing, shaping your reality into something that is more balanced for you. Shaping your reality in a way that fits your authenticity, not everyone else's. Okay, so it's going to stand out. It's going to be different. You're going to go about things differently. All right? And it's your choice, and it's being done by your own actions. Okay? We have broken heart. Hard times promise fresh positive opportunities amidst a broken heart. So people have seen that you're someone that perhaps has gone through a lot of ups and downs, and somehow you've been healing and you've been focused on self-growth, self-care, and pretty much just kind of staying to yourself. Okay? You have a vision here, from what's going on within, from your own perspective. You have a vision here about what you want to see in your life. And, you've been learning, you've been growing, you've been healing. and you've been focused on making certain realities. It's the way that you do things that maybe has some jaws dropping or people in awe or wondering, confirmation, wondering how it is that you go about life, that it works so smoothly for you. So it's almost like that in itself kind of raises an eyebrow. It's like they can't be normal. They can't just be human. There's got to be something more. Okay? Expectations that often lead to disappointment. Yeah. It's like people see that maybe perhaps you have high expectations, and they see that you have had a lot of highs and lows, or you've embarked in certain things and they haven't worked out, but you still have that drive to keep going, to change it up, to look towards something different, right? And I feel like this is also part of like entrepreneurship here for you as well. Some of you are going off on your own, coming out of the matrix, and just really creating your own haven, through the way you treat yourself, self-care, eating right, watching things that are positive, speaking positive things into your existence, into your life, paying attention more into your inner world, being more creative, having more unique ideas because of this. And you still have expectations as far as like what you bring into fruition, and you know that if it disappoints again, you just keep going. Like, it's not going to hold you back, it's not going to create fear for you, because I feel like whoever I'm talking to has gone past the fear. It doesn't make you stop, it makes you keep going. Okay, if anything, you have so many ideas popping up in your head that I feel like you're going to execute whatever it is that you resonate with the most. And you're going to, if that doesn't work, you're going to continue. Okay? Sometimes we start things and then we lose the oomph, that love for it, and it's because that just wasn't it. You know what I mean? So that could be something that's going on with you, but what people see on the outside is, oh, that didn't work out for them. How are they still so encouraged to keep going? And I just feel like only you understand, right, where you're going, and what you're willing to test out for yourself. Okay, so your drive is almost like suspicious even, which is kind of weird. Bottom of the deck, yeah, abundance. So you live in abundance, positive and beneficial material abundance. So you live in abundance. So that tells me that you are very, very creative. So you could be pregnant with lots and lots of creative ideas. So you don't stop at the first thing. If it doesn't work, yes, consistency is key, but if at some point intuitively or within your heart you feel like that's not it, you're going to discontinue it and start something different. Okay? So people also see that you live an abundant life, like you're happy, you're balanced, things are kind of smooth, and it's because you go with the flow. You're not in a fear state, lack mentality that most people tend to be in when it comes to, being in a, and it does, I guess it doesn't matter if you're in a lower class, mid class, or wealthy. Because you could be wealthy and still be in lack mentality, still be in fear of losing everything. But with you, I feel that it is what it is. You live day to day, and you're just happy to be in the space you're in right now. And it's because your inner world inside yourself is at peace and in balance. Okay? But, outside looking in, when people don't have peace and balance within themselves, it's kind of like, huh? Like, how? Like, how do you just have this knowing of what to do, or this drive of this continuation? You have a lot of, like, stamina, is what people are noticing as well. Alright, let's get 2 of these and see what else we got here. And we're going to get deeper. You know, we're going to see what's going on cosmically around you as well. Because I'm feeling, you know, you're also connected to things that people may not even believe in or understand. And that also gives you peace of mind. Is, you know, protective forces around you. It's like you're connected to a whole family that people cannot see. And that's like your tight-knit family. Because it's in the spirit. Falling in love. Kissing the divine in another and in yourself. It's like falling in love with you. It's like the divine is your partner. Okay? You have a very unique connection with the divine. Okay? It's interesting. It's something that you keep to yourself, I feel, but that people can't help but notice, but they don't understand it. Concomancy. Seashell divination, wisdom of shells. So you have the ability to read shells. Okay, so you could be very connected to water, the sound of water, emotions, some nature. You could be someone that's very connected to the sea life, very interested in sea animals. But yes, you're somebody that can read seashells. Concomancy. Yeah. Concomancy. In bottom of the deck, we have homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, and building. Settled. Yeah. It's like something ends for you, and then you just continue and you keep building. Number 44 here. So 44 always gives me the energy of being connected to something that is outside of yourself. Okay? Especially with homeland, arrival. Okay? It's like you arrived here for a purpose and your journey ended somewhere else, and you've become established within the earth, and you're building for yourself and settling into something stable and solid. And in the process of you doing this for yourself, you've had a lot of ups and downs, and people that maybe have tried to, it's almost like it's giving me like the Three Little Pigs. You know, the big bad wolf comes and blows your house down. And then again and again and again till you finally, you know, learn how to build something stable for yourself without the help of anyone else. It's like, and I got to do it for myself. And I got to build it stronger and stronger, but not in the way that they build here. It's in connection to the spirit realm, right? So whatever access you have, it's not accessible to everybody. It's a hidden knowledge that you have uncovered within yourself in connection to the divine. It's almost like you have your own little haven. You're connected to some sort of portal is what I'm getting. And you get spiritual visitors here through that portal. And it could be good or bad. Okay? But it's like you came here for a purpose. And you've learned a lot. And now Spirit is trying to like set you up, but guiding you towards that. Okay? So you have spiritual guidance here. And then you have tools that you use that are in tune with your intuition, and their messages connected to the divine that you get from them. Okay? If you haven't done this yet with seashell divination, That is a spiritual gift that you have, that you might want to try and uncover if you haven't yet, for whoever this resonates with. Okay, so yeah, let's get this. Yeah, bottom of the deck we have Mermaid. Yeah, Oceanic Serenade Tale Allure. Yeah, there's something about you being in connection to what's hidden, something very deep. You can connect with mermaid, siren energy. I do feel like you were once, you may still be connected to the mystical realms, but I sense that you were once within that realm. And then you come into this reality and it's like, right? You're going from one simulation to a different one, or realms, dimensions. They all have their thing. It's like they're all different. But I feel like this one has like really tested your heart. And I feel like you still remain pure of heart, intention, and compassionate. No matter what, you just keep going. It almost makes me want to cry, though, a little bit, because it's not sad. You're not sad for yourself, but it's almost like the unjust, the unfairness sometimes that can come with, even if it's just a comment, a rude comment from others, or a way that they were dismissive with you, or, you know, misunderstanding you, misjudging you, or trying to make you look a certain way that's very negative to others. I feel like, oof, a lot of you went through that a lot, and probably since childhood. I feel like you're a very sensitive soul. That's what I'm getting. It's like you're trying to like grab a little piece of wherever it is you come from. I feel it's you know, before reincarnating on this earth, I feel like it was a place filled with unconditional love and compassion. And to come here, it's like, you know, yes, there are people that are still good, compassionate, but, you know, there is a lot of toxicity here as well. And it's become so normalized that when somebody sees, it's like some people demonize unconditional love and compassion, and it's like, how? Like, are you that toxic? That it's become that normal for you to demonize love and compassion? That's crazy to me. But, you know, I'd be like that sometimes. The future. We have feud. Yeah, conflict, grudge, hostility, and rivalry. So these are haters that could be getting readings on you if you're not a reader yourself and you're figuring this out for yourself. Okay? It's like they're full of conflict, and I just talked about toxicity. They're, you know, people that don't have a lot of self-love. They're stuck in fear, lack mindset. So they're in this repetitive cycle of just inner conflict, which is projected amongst each other, because everybody there is living in inner conflict, and you know, very limited beliefs. So anything outside of that that's different, it's almost like it becomes an eyesore for them, and they single it out and target it, and it's ridiculous. It's like, why are you not in inner conflict like us? Why are you standing out? Why are you going off and doing this, that, and the third for yourself? Like, you know, you think you're better than us? No. It's just maybe that's not what you want for yourself. You don't want to sit there in conflict and arguments and drama. You know what I mean? That's not your spirit. That you're not and even if you were toxic at some point, there could have been times where you were looking around like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? This ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you had to walk through your shadow as well to be able to see things, to understand things, and understand a side of yourself. So now you're on the outside looking in. And you understand, I mean, you still understand why these people are the way they are. Some of you were as toxic or somewhat as toxic. But you want it better for yourself. And you learned from that. That was like your, seeing certain people or getting to know certain people in that energy was what's the right word? It was an eye opener for you, yes. But it also taught you like who you don't want to become for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? We have saint, holiness, yeah, confirmation. Saint, holiness, virtue, devotion, miracle. With broken heart. Look at that. You're very devoted. Okay? You have a beautiful soul that has been broken many times. But you're connected to something divine. It's just, I feel like a sadness. Ugh. I feel like it's taken a long, long time for you to get to this place. And you're still on that journey, of course. But it's like you're almost reaching that space where you can just take like a deep breath. Yeah, I feel like you will be divinely compensated here. But you have been very, very patient. Yeah, martial arts master, master water and profound. Yes, again with water and profound. There's something you had to master within yourself. Expectations that often leads to disappointment. And again, this is giving me, trying to master something. Some of you could be very hard on yourselves too. But look at how far you've come. I just saw 2727. Just look at how far you've come. Some of you felt the pressure of other people, expecting things out of you. But in the way they wanted them. And you're like, that's not for me. I need to do it my way. So and on top of that, you had high expectations for yourself that people don't see. People don't understand what it is you go through internally when, you go through a disappointment, especially when it's something you set out to do for yourself. But I feel like a lot of you, it's like athletic, okay? Some of you work out a lot and you have some goal in mind, some expectation for yourself. And, you keep at it, you keep at it, you keep at it. A lot of you really dig deep and you do research on things. You go deep with whatever it is that is interesting you at the moment, at that particular moment. You really go hard to it. And we have invaders at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Intruders, conquerors, aggressors, occupiers, marauders. Yeah, these are people that it's like, it almost feels like they gotta hunt you down, or like, always in your business, or always watching. It's given like gang stalking energy. You're over here being peaceful and somebody has to come and like disrupt your peace. It's like, well, you're too peaceful over there. We're gonna have to go make some noise and shut this shit down. Stir it up a bit. That's because they have no peace. They cannot stand when others have peace. It's like, how dare you have peace? I don't have peace. I had to do this way, that way, the third. What makes you think you can just go off and do it this way? My inner world, my inner self, whatever I choose out of my own free freaking will, yeah, has nothing to do with them. Alright, let's get some of these. I'm curious here. See what else comes up. I'm off to a flame deck. Real genuine love is brewing. See? You have an energy also that creates feuds within others. Because all of a sudden, there are people that start to like the differences in you, that see you as unique, as someone they would like to know because you stand out, you're different. So they feel drawn to you. They feel drawn to your genuine love and compassion that you have. It exudes. You have an energy and allure that really, it's giving innocence, purity, but it doesn't mean that you're all love and light, okay? But like you at peace and in balance in an everyday life kind of energy, it's giving someone very loving, someone kind of quiet even, but very strong within, but silent. And it like creates jealousy amongst other people when they see somebody, and I'm getting of their kind that feels drawn to you, okay? And there may be somebody here that also relates to you, but is understanding who they are within themselves because of you. Okay? So I get that as well. And this person could be getting readings on you. And some people, they get conflicted within because you're stirring up feelings within them. And they're like, why am I so attracted to this person? Like, or, why am I feeling drawn to them? No. It's almost like they fight it. Look at this. Saint, a strong bond, connection to source. You are very, very connected to the Most High God, the divine. A saint, holy. So you're definitely a light worker. You're here on a mission. It's chosen energy. Broken heart. God sees your broken heart. He feels it too. Or source feels it too. It's not a he. Source feels it too. You have a connection to the Most High. And when you fall for someone, it's genuine. It's not manipulating. You know what I mean? It's not manipulation. Yeah, surrounded by dark forces. With Master Water and Profound. This is giving that feud energy. And other people that are surrounded by dark forces, they may have like high expectations when it comes to you. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of discrimination also from people, bosses, your work. It's these people that are in a low vibration and surrounded by these dark energies because, they are not in connection with their own spirit in a balanced way. They're more outwardly focused, three-dimensionally focused. And, these are the people that it's like they crack whip or they expect things from you. And these could be people also that have expectations for their life. And when they have disappointments, they take it out on other people or even themselves by being toxic or going home and starting drama with the children, the wife, or their parents, or their family, or their friends, whatever this is. So you could have ran across those types of people that treated you a certain way when things did not go well for them. Bottom of the deck here. We have good boy, bad boy. Okay, you could have been someone that saw the good in others, and because you are compassionate here, and you love unconditionally. So you see very deep. So you see past the facade, past the bad boy or bad girl image. But you could have been someone that thought they would change, or something like that. But you realize that now that people are who they are because of their state of being, and the turmoil that's going on within, that it's unhealed, untapped. Yes, they have untapped potential, but you can't sit there and wait for that potential to come out, because it's a personal choice of theirs to want to heal it in the first place, and you realize that. But I can definitely see that you went through a lot of these types of connections with people, whether it's friends, family, lovers, exes, and yeah, that's led to many broken hearts, I'm sure. Many periods in your time, in your life, where you were heartbroken. All right, so let's see what else here. Well, let's get this. I'm hearing 3 of these. So people are curious because of who you are. You're just very, very different. It's like not everybody encounters somebody like you, okay? You know, very unique. God made you that way. Like everyone else has their own thing. God made you a certain way. And so who are they to judge? Shining moment, spotlight, admiration. Okay? So there are people upset because some people actually admire you. You had a glow up, and maybe now you're shining. You're not dimming your light anymore. Okay? And you're the star in someone's eyes here, with real genuine love brewing here. And it's like maybe there's people that wanted this person, and all of a sudden they're looking at you, and they're not looking their way, and these people are in a feud about it. Okay, this could be people in relationships as well, but I do feel like there could be someone special in your life here, or coming into your life. Yeah, Slayer. Mastering the art of self-defense in spirit or physical. Okay, definitely some of you could, maybe you took karate, taekwondo, bushokai. What? Bushokai? I don't know why I said that, but I guess. Um, but also in the spirit, you're a warrior in connection to source. So God gave you the tools to defend yourself here, because he knows you'll use them wisely. High Priestess. High Priestess, divine knowledge, intuition, and wisdom. Excuse me, illumination and wisdom. Yeah, third eye is open. Okay? And yes, you could also be surrounded by dark forces that wanted to stop you, or, stop you from opening your third eye. Because you are chosen here, these dark forces, they don't want you to awaken the masses. They want them to be consumed by darkness. But you definitely, that's why spiritual warriors here, you're a slayer, mastering the art of self-defense in the spirit. Okay, by staying awakened here. Look, I knew it. You're connected to a portal. Spiritual realms, portals, gateway, passengers, and dimensions. I mean, passengers. Passageway and dimensions. Okay? So you're somebody that astral travels here when you sleep, meditate, however that is for you. Um, I'm also getting time travel. So you could do this when you are asleep, meditating here. You know, time is an illusion. I've had dreams where I was in the future, you know, and saw the world, you know, definitely where it's headed. You know, I don't talk about stuff like that, but um, yeah, you could be having dreams that are in the future. And that's you basically time traveling through portals. But, you know, time is an illusion, right? I feel like you have a double mission, and it's in the spirit and in the physical. Okay, especially with mastering the art of self-defense in spirit or physical. And I feel like it's and physical. Just in case these intruders, these people that, you know, are in this mode of fighting for what they believe, you know, but in a physical sense, in a toxic way. It's like you prepared yourself, you know, spiritually and physically for anything. Like some of you could take, or you've been wanting to take self-defense classes, or maybe some sort of karate or boxing, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. Yeah, there may be people that want to come back and apologize to you. These may be people that are, especially if they're getting readings on you, that are understanding that you're a light worker and you're connected to source, and that's probably because they're getting bad karma if they did something wrong to you. They're starting to realize like something is boomeranging back because they went up against someone that has a direct connection to source. I don't care what they believe in, if they choose to believe it or not. It is what it is, clearly. And it's not like you're going around posting it on a billboard. You're just being you. Okay? Let's see what else we got here. It's pretty obvious by now to anyone that you have encountered before that you're different. So if they ever said that you were fake, you were wearing a facade, it's pretty obvious. The only change that's been happening is within you, and it has been for the better. You haven't retaliated. You haven't done anything to anyone else to piss them off, you know, except for maybe speaking your truth. But that's to piss them off. It's just you came here to speak your truth. Yeah, channel your knowledge, exactly. Critical judgment, yeah. So you are someone that channels. Like I said, you're connected to the divine. So your chakras are aligned. Your crown chakra is open. It's connected to the quantum field, the information highway. Okay, the divine matrix. And you have a connection to source and your spirit team. And you know, and with shining moment and spotlight, with channel your knowledge and critical judgment, this is something you're speaking out in public. Whether it's on stage, behind the screen like I do, or on social media, or through a book, through poetry, uh, through speaking with friends, family, you know, strangers, however it is. Whatever it is that you channel through tarot, you know, whatever. Or any other sort of divination. You speak your truth. Astral travel, I can't make it up. Caution is needed. Okay, and I feel like you know that. That's why you are a slayer, mastering the art of self-defense in the spirit. And source is right here, so even source has your back here while you're astral traveling. Listen, a direct connection to source with astral travel and a strong bond and connection to source. It's like you've gone to meet with source or speak to source. Source speaks to you through your dreams. They may show up in your dreams as something you would recognize as source, like, you know, ship. I can't even speak. Shape shifting in many forms. Something that you would see as source, or even if it's just hearing your voice out loud, like as you're traveling through something. It can come in so many ways, even in a voice that you would feel is source. However, your consciousness picks up on that. It's like you'll just know it's source, because it's the vibe, it's the energy. Illuminate the shadow. Yeah, focus on a solution. So you are someone that illuminates the shadow and focuses on a solution. And we have surrounded by dark forces. You're the light, right? So when somebody encounters you, they get triggered because you turn on the lights. And it's like, you know, when cockroaches spread everywhere, that's the demons that you see, the dark forces around people that you see. So now you see them, you know, people that have expectations of you, but it's coming from a low vibrational dark place. You know that sometimes it's not just them, it's the spirits that are attached to them. Bottom of the deck, we have light codes. Travel awaits you. And this is giving something about within. Remember I said time travel? Light codes. There's something happening within your third eye here. 24 could be significant. 21, 3, and 8. We have 3, 3, 6, and 8. Yeah, living light energy, number 25. See the beauty in life. Yeah. And there is beauty. It's like you have to see through the dark fog to see it. The dark fog is the illusion, because there is beauty in the world. But when you have the dark fog over it, you can't see it sometimes, right? It's those dark forces that are inhibiting other people, so it can remain in this shadowy, dark world. But there is light. Light has always been there. And you're here to turn on the light and, you know, get rid of the fog, the illusion, the smoke and mirrors, right? All right, let's see what else. Come back to center, number 7. Yeah. With channel your knowledge. Critical judgment. Okay, so you take time to go within when you need to. You may be doing this at this time. Number 16, adding up to 7. Yeah, this is so you can connect with the divine, because they have downloads to give you that you will be sharing here. You could be sharing these downloads with someone here where real love is brewing. You could be awakening someone here, and it's creating conflict within the people around them. And it could be because they are also a light worker and they're waking up to that. Summon the rain. Wow. Some of you are connected with shamanic roots, so you have the ability to summon the rain here. Astral travel. I can't stand the rain against my window. 35 could be significant. So this may be something you haven't tapped into yet, or you could just sense when it's coming. Yeah. Summon the rain. Wow, with holy, it's giving like Jesus on the cross when rain started pouring. This is interesting. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wait, I don't know if I should go there. Hmm. It's also giving like, I'm getting so much with that. Let me come back to that. No, no. Because rain purifies. After the rain comes the rainbow. The rainbow. Oh, okay. Yeah, source is hmm. It's like source is shielding you. Broken heart. Oh wow. I'm getting something heavy about Jesus. Whether that was his real name or not, that energy. The Son of God. Um with broken heart here. Are you okay, you're definitely connected to, you're an ancient soul here. You're connected to something. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you are connected to source. But not like everyone else would be. Of course, there could be a, like, the chosen, the light workers connected to source, because you have a mission, just like Jesus did. But like, there is something about that that I'm seeing here. And it's like you were sent out like the warriors to create justice. It's like the chosen are here to deliver basically the message that Jesus learned also by going to Egypt, by the way, and learned from Thoth, which could be one and the same, because Thoth was a master of reincarnation, also in connection to Hermes. Yeah, it's like what was intended for the world, that's what you're here to bring. But what happened to the world was the dark forces, right? You can't have light without shadow. But it became unbalanced. And this is basically to restore the balance between the light and the shadow. But that happens through healing. And it also happens through, you know, um, free will. Huh. Yeah. There's so many other things that I'm getting there, but I'm not gonna go there. It's a little too it would be revealing a lot. I don't think that I want to go there. I don't think that I'm supposed to be honest. 55:33 on the clock. Yeah. Okay, let's get over here. Honestly, assess. Yes. The assessing with honesty. Number 6. With illuminate the shadows. Yeah. Right. Instead of doing things, with malice, with hidden intentions, you assess the shadow and light honestly, with the truth, not with a blindfold or with a specific expectation of it, but with simply what is. So you see it for what it is. You see people for who they are because of where they stand. You see the shadow for what it is. Within you, within others, except within you, it's balance, because that's what you came here to do, was to help balance that energy in connection to other light workers, um, and in connection to Source. You work for the Most High. Like, nobody can tell you different, because it is what it is. It's not a boastful thing. It's not about power. It's about balance. Power, greed, and ego are low vibrational energies. You know, thinking that, you have the power over what goes here when it comes to, people wanting to take dominion and claiming things for themselves while, not considering others. That's devil work. That's the shadow. That's there's no compromising there, no balance there. It's selfish. It's one-sided. It's division, not unity. You came here to restore unity with Source. And again, not by spoon feeding it to anyone, but by being you, you know, speaking your truth, saying a few just words, no matter how big or small, the group is, the people are, or wherever. But I feel like you're constantly being ridiculed, even if it's just behind your back, for being you, or questioned. Like, what's your agenda? It's like, I mean, shit. Look what they did to fucking Jesus. Crucified him because he was compassionate. He had compassion. Oh, that's the kind of stuff we don't need around here. That's the devil. I mean, do you see how silly that sounds? That's nuts. Being kind, compassionate, and speaking his truth. Hmm. I feel like that's him there. It's just sad and broken. I don't know. I'm getting so much from that. I'm gonna not look at that. Okay. Yeah. Be a channel. There you go. Number 18. We have 999 here. 666. And no, it's not always in connection to the devil like people may think. There's other definitions to 666. So please do your research. And we do have a lot of 8s as well. 333, 888, 777. You are definitely a divine channel. A channel for messages from the Most High, the divine, the ethers, the universe. It's, and that's what's opening up for a lot of people. The third eye is being opened. People are being able to see others' intentions without the veil here. It's easier to see people for who they are now. What they, their intentions. What's hidden is coming to the surface, especially when we awaken. Light codes. Alright, let's get this deck, and then I'll get into, you know, this one here. Yeah, compassion and unity, you know, it dismantles the agenda of power. Divide and conquer. Sad, but true. The Hawk Prince, spirit, communication, and paying attention. Yeah, someone's paying attention here with real love is brewing. There is someone that is paying attention. And I feel like it's because you're awakening someone. Okay, they're coming back to center. Wisdom, the Hawk Prince. Somebody here is very wise. Okay, they too may be connected to shamanic roots here. This is like a divine partner, I feel here. The Diamond Dreamer. Material wealth. True prosperity. That's what your guys are connected to. Number 6. We have number 11 here. Okay, that's another reason why you had to become this warrior. And the Desert Prince. Survival, false promises. Number 19. That's the energy of people surrounded by dark forces. Having high demands on your time, expectations, you know. While they make false promises, it's like survival of the fittest. They're just here to survive, you know. You ever see somebody try to survive and steal from the person that brought all the essentials, but they brought nothing to the table, so they take it from the other person? That's that energy with surrounded by dark forces. You see this person for exactly who they are, and you honestly assess this. So there's somebody here, or certain people you encounter through life, where this broken heart came from. The Horse King, assistance and control. Number 42. Adding up to 6. The prison waif, self-sabotage, yeah. Poverty consciousness, exactly. So this is somebody that thought they had the power. This is somebody that wanted to be in control of things. It's like, this is somebody with a higher sense of self, but sees other people beneath them. And they self-sabotage. They have a poverty consciousness. So you see how you're like, okay, you got nothing, but yet you want to have dominion and control over everything. And this will be somebody that fears not being in power of something or someone. So this could be someone controlling, possessive, somebody that you saw for who they were. You understood why they were like this, though, because they are surrounded by dark forces. This is somebody with no peace within them, easy to manipulate by entities that are of dark nature. So this is somebody that probably drinks, smokes, you know, excessively mistreats others, or because they mistreat themselves. They have no self-love. They have fears, deep-rooted fears, and so they act out in very negative, toxic ways. And it's because, you know, they're just very disconnected from their own soul. I don't even think they know what that is. Their soul is traumatized, manipulated by dark forces. So this person, I feel, is blind to what's really going on within them, whoever that is. Okay, let's get some of these, collective, when it comes to you. So this could be somebody that, you know, also wondered, like, maybe they wanted to control you and they had expectations for you and kind of like dismissed you or mistreated you in some way. But now they sit and wonder, like, because you're different and you had a glow up and your life is very, very different than what it used to be. And so are you. And I feel like a lot of people just wonder, like, who are you? You could have connections to Antarctica. There's something about Antarctica and Egypt. Again, you know, Antarctica is known for alien visitations and pyramids as well, and things living beneath the ice. So there's something about that. You could be very well connected to aliens. You may have, let's say you reincarnated here from a different planet that you existed in before. Those, obviously, they have knowledge that we don't understand, you know, to 100% degree, and they could watch over you. Cultivity, the act of gathering energy from heaven and earth and refining it into our own power and strength. Yeah, heaven and earth, and that is exactly what you're connected to. So, cultivity. So there's something going on there when it comes to Antarctica with that. Sanctity, a state of quality of being holy and sacred. And we saw it here with holy and saint. So definitely you are holy and saint, and yeah, you're connected to something divine. Yes. There's a much bigger plan going on, you know, within the ethers here and within the universe with other beings here. Within the ocean. Ha! With Antarctica and cultivity. Okay, this is where the seashell divination comes from. Psychometry or psychometry. There's also something about the touch of shells. There's deeper information for you to uncover there. Okay? So when you go to the beach next time, pick up some shells. There's information there. Yeah, they want to do fear tactics to get you away from understanding or knowing the truth. They don't want people going too deep, whether it's physically or spiritually, into the ocean. Self-control. Self-control. Yeah, when it comes to these fear tactics. Something going on. Why is that coming through? Immortality. Yeah. We're all spiritually immortal. Some they'll get casted away somewhere else, but still spiritually immortal. Yeah. See, a lot of people are mentally imprisoned to this information. They may not even want to see too deep, because, you know, fear of the unknown. Immortality with self-control within the ocean. Self-control within the ocean. Uh, Again, I'm not going to be able to talk about everything here. I'm just not. This is why I haven't used these cards too often. Let's see, what else? What does this have to do with the collective? Key to freedom. Oh, wait. Cultivity. Key to freedom. The act of gathering energy from heaven and earth and refining it into your own power and strength, which is what you've been doing in connection to the Most High. That's what that is. And having self-control. Excuse me. There it is. Tapping into the tea. Oh, Lord. And you understand the key to freedom. Immortality. By connecting to heaven and earth. Cultivating. Oh, my goodness. And having self-control. And that is aligning with compassion, forgiveness, being a pure-hearted intention, regardless of the things that have happened to you. Doesn't matter what they think. It is what it is. Wow. See, this is what it is. Nobody can change it, whether they believe in it or not. This is like information from the divine and other divine beings here. It's understood, right? With them, what's understood doesn't need to be explained. But the key to freedom ooh, my crown chakra is pulsing. Spiritual dance, connecting with the divine and aligning your chakras. Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah. Downloads, yeah. So that's what I'm experiencing right now. Restoring balance. Duality, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Protection while doing it. Heavy protection. Okay? Spirit of the light. Yeah. That's what protects you. You are the spirit of the light. Conscious travel. There you go. Looking to lessen any negative impact wherever possible. Playing our part in helping the communities and places we go. You're a conscious traveler. That also is part of time travel. With astral travel, you have a double mission. You're not just working here within this realm. You're working in the spirit realm and wherever else, parallel universes energy. Anything else here, Spirit, that the collective needs to know? Exactly. Can't make it up. Light workers. Expansion. Light workers. Yes. I don't know why I felt like saying it like that. There you go. Yeah. Crystalline activation. Light codes, baby. Hitting that Christ consciousness, which I see here clearly. Okay. There it is. Wow. The promise. Part of the plan. And there's a promise to the light workers here. Originated from another planet. I can't make this shit up. Ah, Lordy. Growth. Okay? It's about growth and expansion. Ascended Masters. Yeah. Some of you are here to grow and to become these Ascended Masters. You're connected to one, and it's freaking Jesus right here. Christ consciousness. That's crystalline activation. That's part of the mission. That's the key to freedom. Immortality. Cultivity. Like, oh my god. I'm going to stop here because oof, it's just like, it's so clear. You know, if you know energy, I'll leave it there. Yeah. See, going up against what light workers are here to do is going up against source. Source is the ultimate force. Okay? With summon the rain here, there's something going on. I want to clarify that. Summon the rain. What's going on with summon the rain? Conscious travel and spirit of the light. Yeah, it's like you're being cloaked while you astral travel. That's what I'm getting. Okay, also rain is purifying, so there's something about that. You're being cloaked while you astral travel. Light workers do astral travel. Whether you consciously are aware of that or not, pay attention to your dreams. There's dreams, there's experiences, there's prophecies, there's downloads, there's different portals. So, you know, everything is different. Sometimes a dream can be sparked by something you watched or something somebody said that made your soul, your spirit feel some type of way. But sometimes you're actually, especially with light workers, you have there's a double mission here. You're not just getting downloads here, you're getting downloads within the dream state and wherever you're going. You're connecting to the divine here. That is in connection to source. So no matter what people tell you, that, you know, oh, you're connected, you're awakened, you know, oh, those people, they're lost, they don't know, they have walked far away from God. Yeah, no, you're more connected to source than anyone would ever know. Light workers, search for those who don't get it. Knowledge is power. Don't just assume, and don't just go by what John Doe said. Do your research. Search. Okay? Or forever just accuse or assume or, point fingers. There's a lot more going on than meets the eye. Okay? Things are not just three-dimensional. They're spiritual here too. Alright. That's all I got to say. Collective, thank you for watching. If this resonates with you, I don't even know what kind of emoji. Just put a third eye in the freaking message. Third eye. Put that third eye emoji there. Alright? And, whatever comment you want to add. I wish you guys the best. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.